Hello everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. To those that have viewed for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. A man has been arrested after his mistress died. This man is a married man in Imo State. His wife and his kids left the house. He actually took his wife and his kids to go and drop them off in the village for the New Year celebration. And after he had dropped his wife and his kids, he now returned, went straight to his girlfriend's house and picked her up. He now went out with his girlfriend for a particular function. They had their celebration together and they returned back to his own matrimonial home together. While they got back home, the lady spent the night in his house. Unfortunately for him, in the middle of the night, mysteriously this lady just died. Nothing to show that was the reason for her death. He had to raise alarm and the cops came over. Right now he has been arrested. They are trying to carry out investigation, even autopsy, to find out why this lady died. You can see how this man has now landed himself into a very big mess. He just got exposed within a short period of time. He has been cheating on his wife for a very long time. And right now, he was caught up in his act, but even in a terrible way. So he's been arrested for murder because right now he's being held responsible for the murder of the lady since they were together and she died in his own matrimonial home. You can imagine what his wife is going to say. How will his wife and kids feel right now hearing this particular news? They had not even returned from the village. They are still in the village as of this moment that this incident happened. So right now reports have gone to his wife and his kids to notify them of what has happened. So their dad won't even be able to go back to pick them up because he's been locked up in jail for this particular act until they have found out the reason or the cause of his mistress' death. This is the reason why people should please keep to their spouse. You can imagine the kind of problem this married man who has his own kids has gotten himself into. Right now, he has to face charges of murder. His wife and his kids are so heartbroken at the moment hearing this particular news. Please, people who are involved in this kind of an act, leave other people alone and face your spouse. This is what happens in the end. Most times, cheating husbands or cheating wives don't end up well. It ends up in a calamity. It usually ends up in a tragedy. At the end, you are caught, and you are caught in a very bad way. Either one of your girlfriend or the man friend dies or something mysterious happens to that person, and in that act, you are caught. And then you are now facing one, cheating on your wife, and facing the cops for murder. If you have issues with your spouse, please seek for help. Rather than looking for mistresses or men that would make you happy or that would take the position of your husband or your wife when either spouse is not around. Leave all those outside or extramarital affairs alone. Go to organizations. Go to your church leaders. Go to your family members or seek counseling or meet a therapist if it has to go to that point. It is better you seek for help, the right source, than going to have all these side chicks or man friend outside your marital home. It doesn't help. At the end, you just get yourself into a very big trouble. Now this man is facing serious charges. He can't be with his family for now until the investigation is concluded. And you know such investigations, most time it takes longer time than expected. They don't just rush into it. They take their time to ensure that they get to the root cause of the death. He is saying he doesn't even know why or what killed her. So probably, who knows, since they had gone for a function somewhere and they returned back home together and she mysteriously died, could it be that she had taken something where they had gone to for that function, poisoned, or did she step on something, or did anybody do anything to her? Nobody can even say, because there have been no link or anything directing the cops to any angle at all. This should be an eye-opener to people. Nemesis always catch up with people. Once you do evil, it always comes back to you. If you are cheating on your faithful spouse, God has a way of exposing people that cheat on their spouses, especially when your spouse is faithful, either your husband or your wife is faithful to you, and you decide to go and cheat. In the end, it doesn't turn out well. Most times, you would end up carrying a very big problem on your head and your family. You will end up losing a whole lot of things. You may end up losing your families because in most cases, either of the spouse don't take their husband or their wives back. It's very rare. Some decide to take them back, and some decide, I am no longer interested in the marriage. He should go or she should go. Right now, what have you gained? You've lost your family you've been building up, and then the person you were dating is dead or is gone and no more. You've lost at both ends. Please, people should be mindful of their act. Don't cheat on your spouse. Instead, seek for help from the right source. Once you get this help, you can help your marriage back together again. Cheating doesn't help. Rather, you would end up destroying your future, your marriage, your life, or your children's life as well. Right now, what would this man tell his kids? What would he explain to his wife? He's been cheating on her all along and she never knew. And he's now caught up in a very bad way. Friends, what do you think about this? If you have anything to comment, please leave your comments at the comment section down below. Your comments are important and they will be highly appreciated. Please, if you are cheating on your spouse at this moment, desist from it. Please put it to an end. Tell the person you are no longer interested. I know sometimes it's difficult because some people you start dating outside your marriage, once you want to pull out, they start blackmailing you that they are going to report or tell your spouse. It's better you even go and confess yourself and tell your spouse that, sorry, I have been cheating on you all along with so person. Let your spouse know and tell your spouse you're willing to end it up. Apologize to your spouse and make it up. Then you break up immediately with this person. If the person starts threatening you, let your spouse know. It's better both of you work it out together. Because in some situations, some people will now not let their spouse know, and at the point they are trying to break up with this mistress or the man friend they're having outside there, they start threatening them. And when they start threatening them, I'm going to tell your wife you did this, or I'm going to tell your husband. Out of that fear, some people decide to continue in that extramarital affair because they're afraid of what will happen when their spouse gets to find out they have been cheating on them. So the best approach is, please tell your spouse first. Let your spouse know that I have been, it's not easy. You please find a way to do that. And let your spouse know that you're willing to make your marriage work. You're willing to do anything to ensure that you people are back together and you're breaking up this relationship or extramarital affair. Let your spouse know. If you have a picture of the person, show your spouse. So in case this person starts threatening you, you and your spouse can work it out together. You could go report to the cops or go to the appropriate places to make your report. It is better you work it out together with your spouse. Let your spouse know. Confess to your spouse. It's better your spouse find out from you that you have been cheating than he or she finds out from another person. Maybe your wife will now find out from outsider that you have been cheating on her, or your husband will find out from an outsider that you have been cheating on him. It's worse and terrible, but it's milder or better when you come out face to face and face your spouse and confess and ask for forgiveness. It's easier to handle than when they find out outside of the home. Please, men and women, work things together in your marriage. Be open to your spouse. Express your pain, express your anger, express your displeasure, express what you're lacking in the marriage. Talk to each other. It will go a very long way. Those mistresses and man friends will not help you at all. They will only make matters worse for you and destroy your home you have started building. Try to work things out together. Extramarital affairs are not the solution. They only end up destroying a lot of things. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Once again, thank you and God bless you all.